Mike Gamble is a Twitter tease. And yes, I will be calling it Twitter and not X, because X is a dumb name. I have collected over 15 of Gamble's tweets and replies on all things for the next Mass Effect. And some of them have blown my mind. Like how Gamble kind of implied that this is not who we think it is. And a few of his tweets might have tentatively confirmed the multiverse theory. And I'm more than a little worried about that. For those that aren't aware, Mike Gamble is the project director for the next Mass Effect, and he's been sharing a few hints for the next game over on Twitter. Here are a few replies following the teaser trailer for the next Mass Effect. Opening shot also has very pointed imagery of two galaxies. My mind is racing. Are we going to get a single sequel to both games? Gamble replied, intentional. King Z jumped in with, wait. Gamble further replied, who knows, maybe not, but we show both for a reason. Here's another one. I heard Godspeed and all I can think of is that moment of taking off in the Tempest for the first time. Gamble replied, intentional. What these replies say to me, and what I've covered on the channel plenty of times before, is that Andromeda will be in the next game. How exactly? I have no sweet clue. But my best guess is the wormholes theory that I mentioned in a previous video. Regardless, even though I didn't enjoy Andromeda as much as others have, I'm very willing for the Tempest crew story to continue in some capacity. The next two replies were directly related to the trailer section where the Liara reveal occurs. Mike Gamble replied to Nathan Zufelt, but who's in the background, Nathan? You know, but the world doesn't. But can they figure it out? Who knows? And in case you didn't know, Nathan Zufelt is the animation director at BioWare. This reply confirms a few things for me. 1, the trailer has extremely legitimate hints and was most likely directly worked on by the animating team for the next Mass Effect. 2, the background companions are guessable. As I've covered previously, I think it's Callow, Ryder, and Drac from Mass Effect Andromeda. With the previous Gamble tweets that suggests Andromeda will be involved somehow in the next game, perhaps the Tempest crew is closer than we think. Here's a juicy Gamble reply from August 24th of this year. I always thought, since this vid came out some time ago, that it was only a recreation of the beginning events of Mass Effect 2. When the ship went down on that ice planet, Liara went to find him. Obviously, we know what happens later. Figured it was fan service and nothing more than that. Gamble replied, nah, it wasn't an ME2 recreation, ... This reply confirms that time travel probably isn't what the trailer was hinting at, but it's the ... that I find most interesting. After combing through a lot of Director Gamble's Twitter timeline, he uses ellipsis as a way to imply there's a correct way to finish the sentence, creating a fill-in-the-blank guessing game. And my best guess at filling in the blank for this tweet is, it wasn't an ME2 recreation, however, it is a recreation of Shepard's recovery, just not the one in Mass Effect 2. I think what the trailer is showing is that Shepard is being recovered from Alkera in the events of the next Mass Effect. How does that make any sense? The only way to make it make sense is that they're recovering Shepard from an alternate universe. The next few tweets are about random things in the next game, from concept art to even the potential game title. And speaking of, when Bon asked Mike to tease us with his next game as an acronym, Gamble replied M-E-M-E, which may or may not be him memeing on us, but regardless, I gave it my best guess in my last video. Check that one out for a good time and if you like Elcor Hamlet, but I don't mind spoiling my guess here. Mass Effect Multiverse Expansion. Bomblunder curiously asked Gamble what his favorite ship in Mass Effect was. Is it the obvious one like the Normandy, or is it something more rare? And good old Gamble replied with his classic teasing self. Something you haven't seen yet. Those darn fill-in-the-blank ellipses are back, with my best guess of the full sentence being, something you haven't seen yet, but will. So apparently there is a really cool ship waiting for us in the next game. Also, this tease kind of implies that the new ship is not the Mudskipper we've seen in previous concept art pieces, or the SFX ship on the poster. The next 3 tweets are all related to each other, I think, and paint a picture that is more than intriguing. The first is a quote tweet on the BioWare account. BioWare tweeted, "Does anyone have big travel plans this year?" And Mike quote tweeted, "If only they knew where we were going." The second tweet is also a quote tweet on gaming insider Shinobi602. Shinobi tweeted about the mysterious relay teased in concept art and the audio intercept provided on N7 Day 2022. He speculated that MR7 is probably a human designation and provided his best guess. Mass Relay 7. Gamble's reply is very interesting. After providing a more clear picture of the concept art from the BioWare 25 book, he says, Shinobi's also wrong in his speculation though. And Shinobi only speculated about two things, the designation being human and Mass Relay 7. Since the colors of the relay do match human designs, specifically Cerberus, I assume that Shinobi was incorrect with his guess of Mass Relay 7. So take that into account with your own guesses for MR7 in the comments. My best guess is Multiverse Relay 7, so I'd probably get shot down by Mike too. Here's the piece de resistance of this trio of tweets. Tom Phillips, who was also speculating about this relay, said the following. I guess a more interesting question is why is a new relay being built? We saw the ones damaged in the Reaper War repaired, so where does this new design lead? And Gamble replied, a most excellent question. Tom Phillips was onto something, folks. This mysterious relay leads to somewhere new, somewhere we as players haven't been. I think anyway. And my best guess, surprise surprise, is that this new relay leads to alternate universes. Now there's a tweet here that I debated including in this video, but it is literally one of the ones that blew my mind. So much so that I think I'm going to have to make an entirely separate video about it. Here's a small sneak peek at the tweet. If you know, you know. Hit subscribe and make sure to keep your eyes peeled for next week's video. Hilariously, I still don't have any idea what Gamble's pinned tweet means. In it, he quotes what Liara says in the N7-Day 2022 audio intercept.
Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate. I can see it differently. That's what I was thinking. Exactly. The Council will be furious. Although they should know by now not to underestimate human difference. That's what they was thinking. I can see it.
The classic Gamble tease is right at the end, where he teases a new role for Liara. Doctor, Shadow Broker, and Redacted. Why, Mike? Just why? I have no sweet clue what the Redacted role is yet. I don't even have a good guess. Multiverse enthusiast? All I know is I don't think it's the Benefactor. Give me your best guess down below. So, it's time to reveal which set of tweets might have confirmed the multiverse theory. And it all starts courtesy of Fade. There's been a question burning a hole in my heart since this dropped. Everyone asked, why is Liara there? Why is she uncovering an N7 insignia? Who are the crew in the distance and what alien races are they, etc. But what I want to know, is Liara happy all these years later? And Gamble cryptically replied, happy? I mean, depends. This is the most innocent tweet ever. It's not even remotely related to the multiverse theory. Or is it? The depends part is obviously the most interesting tease. Liara's happiness depends on whether Shepard is alive, whether she's found the Prothean scientist she's always dreamed about, whether she's mind-flayed anyone that day. And then I had a new thought. A disturbing thought. Liara's happiness depends on whether she's alive. Liara can technically die in the lead up to the final beam in Mass Effect 3, unless the Mass Effect team is going to walk that back and say that anyone that dies via beam doesn't count. They might have canonized in the trailer that Liara can't die in the trilogy. So crisis averted, Liara is alive and her happiness depends on whatever. But then I saw another Gamble tweet, and things weren't fine again. This dude that scream tweeted at Gamble about a screenshot of Liara from the trailer. I know those freckles anywhere, Michael. And Gamble replied, thinking emoji. Was he just messing with this guy, or is there more to it? Gamble has confirmed before that it is Liara in the trailer, but he specifically decided to reply to a tweet about Liara's freckles. So it made me wonder, what if this isn't our Liara's freckles? What if this Liara is not our Liara? What if she's an alternate universe Liara? It's not possible. In fact, it's so unlikely, it might actually reduce the validity of the multiverse theory. Or does it? After the morbid thought of Liara dying, I came up with a much more pleasant one, and one that works with the multiverse theory. Liara's happiness depends on which Liara you ask. The Liara in our universe might be living her best life, but the Liara in an alternate universe wants to mind flay everyone. And then after thinking about all the Liara multiverse possibilities, I had a brain blast. Mike Gamble already tweeted about what I was thinking in one of the most harmless tweets ever, and it might have confirmed the multiverse theory. In the tweet, he says, "For some reason, they didn't accept my artwork proposal for the Legendary Edition, so I'll just swap this in. And in the artwork, it's Liara times 8 instead of the varied squad mates that's required for the artwork selection. Director Gamble just really likes Liara, right?" That's definitely the valid conclusion, and he even included a small plug for the Legendary Edition. But folks, he replied to his own tweet. And you only reply to a tweet with something that's somewhat related to what you first tweeted, right? Well, project director Mike Gamble replied with the teaser trailer. Now, this is probably me just blowing this out of proportion. Probably. But I see no reason, literally zero reason, to reply to a random Liara poster that features 8 different Liaras in it with the teaser trailer. And I checked. He didn't reply to any of his other tweets that were Mass Effect related with the teaser trailer. Just this one. Is it because Liara is in the trailer? Sure, but that seems kinda weak. I think that he's trying to say there's a connection between the Liaras in the poster and the teaser trailer. And if the two tweets imply what I think it does, that the teaser trailer is showing an alternate universe with maybe even an alternate universe Liara, then the multiverse theory might be confirmed. Mike Gamble might have confirmed that there are multiple versions of Liara in a multiverse scenario. The multiverse theory is officially in 51% valid territory, i.e., it might be happening. And I don't know how to feel about that. There is one more Gamble tweet specifically on the trailer. He tweeted, "I'm so lucky to be able to share our vision of the future of Mass Effect. We dreamed of taking this first step with you, and we know you care about this universe as much as we do. I've thought about this almost every day for the past 1,360 days. Thank you." 1,360 days before December 10th, 2020 when he tweeted this, just so happens to be the release date of Mass Effect Andromeda. What this could possibly mean is anyone's guess, and I provide my best guess in this video, the multiverse theory. See you there.